All right, we are at the start of the regional semifinal. Chad Bush and Sam Stickday with you from Renaissance High School. Ryan Hurst with the basketball. We'll get to the starters later on. Three ball on the way, no good. That's off the hand of Tyler Spratt for North Farmington. St. Mary's in red from left to right, and that is Javon Hanna getting fouled. St. Mary's coming off a win against Brother Rice back on Friday to win the district title, their 45th in school history, 63-40 stick, really a cleanup job in a game that folks expected to be closer. Trey McKinney for three, Splash City.
And that was a big reason why St. Mary's was able to pull ahead in that game against Brother Rice. Trey McKinney has been on from the three-point line the last couple games for Orchard Lake St. Mary's.
4 of 6 from downtown in the game back on Friday, and he continues the hot start here as we get an answer three-point attempt from Hurst. That's off the mark, no good. Foul on the rebound going down. Trey McKinney had 18 points, the high score, 7 of 11 from the floor, 4 of 6 from downtown, and he gives the Eaglets a 3-0 lead just 59 seconds in. Todd Negoshian, the head coach of North Farmington in his 11th year, and Todd Covert in his 8th year for Orchard Lake St. Mary's.
Both really proud programs.
They really are. North Farmington was able to get to the finals in 2016. They're trying to get back here now. They they beat St. Mary's in the opener of the district back in 2016, but the Eaglets would return the favor in 2017, and here they are in 2022 matching up in this regional. St. Mary's is 6-2 all time, 6-2 advantage over North Farmington. This is their 9th meeting.
Yeah, it's a good matchup between these two schools, and right now the big guy at the line, Ryan Hurst, that is the star you got to be watching for North Farmington. He just bumped into Kareem Rozier and sent him flying. That's a big body to be bumping into Kareem Rozier.
It sure is. Hurst is quite the player. This is a kid in his first year at Farmington, a junior at 6'3", well built at 225, and he's their top scorer. It's a kid that's putting up 23 points a game, and he gives North Farmington their first 2 points from the charity stripe, and it's a 1-point game.
And it's not only just the points, you got to look at rebounds too. 6 rebounds, 2 assists. He's kind of Mr. Do Everything for North Farmington.
Yeah. Spratt, Williams, Frazier, and Rice are the other starters for North Farmington from the OAA. 2 wins this year against Clarkston. Corner 3 for Jack No. They split against Oak Park.
And North Farmington coming out in a little bit of a 2-3 zone. St. Mary's was able to push the ball across the court, get a wide open shot, just didn't go down for Jack Wrighton.
Yeah, North Farmington just not a ton of size down there and having to roll the dice. There's an 18-foot jump shot, no good. That's off the hand of Landon Williams. Here comes St. Mary's +1. Kareem Rozier, the point guard, headed to Duquesne. Javon Hanna, who touched it there, headed to Western Michigan. There's a no-look pass to Trey McKinney, and he blew the bunny on a tough left-hand reverser, and we stay at a 1-point Eaglet lead.
But that's how you beat the zone. You either have someone cutting baseline, have someone flashing to the middle, or, like we saw in the possession before that, a cross-court pass.
St. Mary's is a team that has not seen a ton of zone this year. North Farmington beat Orchard Lake St. Mary's in the Fall League for basketball. And that was the only team that St. Mary's would lose to. So St. Mary's on a revenge tour. They knocked out Brother Rice on Friday, a team that beat them twice in the regular season. And UAD they knocked out in the Catholic League tournament on their way to winning their 4th Catholic League title. Long possession here for North Farmington still.
Yeah, DC Temple literally just said shoot that to Aaron Rice while he was sitting out there on the three-point line. Safe to say that's not in the scouting report.
No. Spratt will hand it off back to Ryan Hurst in this 1-point affair. Todd Covert getting in a defensive stance across the way. And that sharp red tie. Todd Negoshian in a catcher's squat. Corner 3 from Spratt is long, and North Farmington is ice cold from the floor, looking for their first field goal. Kareem Rozier has it ripped, and back the other way with an easy lay-in is Tyler Spratt, so something we don't see often. Back the other way, Trey McKinney for 3, that's long, And North Farmington has a 4-3 lead with 4:20 left in the first quarter. Pull up Ryan Hurst, 18-footer is fresh, and it's 6-3 North Farmington, and doubling up the Eaglets.
Yeah, Ryan Hurst is a problem. He's got the complete game. He can shoot from outside, inside with that big body. You saw he can knock down free throws, so St. Mary's really needs to focus on him.
North Farmington is 18 wins on the year against 3 defeats. St. Mary's 18 wins on the year against 4 defeats. And this will set up Trey McKinney, the freshman, line right to try to stop this Farmington run. It's a 5-0 run.
And Trey McKinney, so far in the last 2 games for St. Mary's, just been active early. And he's the guy you want to get going if you're Orchard Lake St. Mary's. Even though he's only a freshman, he's kind of the leader of this team.
Yep. Bart Kapuska will check in for Orchard Lake St. Mary's. DC Temple gets a breather. Kapuska was a spark the other night against Rice when he entered the game. Trey McKinney one more, and he cuts it to 1. Trey has 5, all 5 of the Eaglets' points. Raiders by 1.
St. Mary's in their traditional man-to-man defense.
Ryan Hurst holds, the former Laker.
West Bloomfield Laker, not Los Angeles, just for the record.
He's put up some big games in his career. Hurst will check Javon Hanna here. Hurst just a junior. Pull up, long 3, in and out, no. Here comes Trey on the push.
With Hurst, you just feel like he can get whatever shot he wants, and he's very comfortable shooting any of them.
Kapuska doubled in the corner. Right block to Trey, who floats it in. Trey has all 7 of St. Mary's points, and he single-handedly has the Eaglets with a 1-point advantage.
I'm telling you, if there was a most improved player award, it would be Bart Kapuska. From the beginning of the season to what he's developed into now.
That's fair. So St. Mary's now with 4 straight. Ryan Hurst big bodies his way in and somehow scores it with 3 Eaglets around him. Trey McKinney leaking out and lays it in. Assist from Javon Hanna, and Todd Negoshian is livid at his forward who's checked in, Lee Hardy II.
Well, and not only that, Ryan Hurst, after he made that incredible shot against 4 St. Mary's defenders, he took the time to flex on Kareem Rozier instead of getting down the court. And what do you know? The guy that he's been checking gets a nice layup. So save the flex, just get the basket.
So St. Mary's with a 1-point lead, 2:34 left in the first. We'll pause for a moment. We're back in a moment to Renaissance High School. This is the Prep.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Welcome back to Renaissance High School. Chad Bush and Sam Stick Day with you. St. Mary's by 1. North Farmington out of the OAA with the basketball. Aaron Rice, the number 2 scorer, gives it up. This is Tyler Spratt with a jump shot, no. Kid who was on varsity last year but played behind Bashir Jihad. Wasn't able to get a ton of time. Kareem with a crafty dish. Back out to Crichton, the future Michigan Wolverine for baseball. Jack, cross-court pass to Javon. Corner, tough 3, high arcer, no. Bart with a big boy rebound, back to Javon. No look, back to Bart, out to Jack. 4-3, Splash City. Poetry in motion with ball movement, and the Eaglets have their biggest lead of 4.
That's that old Larry Brown playing the right way. That one extra pass, and you can get that wide open look every time if you do it right in basketball. And Kapuska passing from the paint out to the three-point line.
How about it? St. Mary's has won 7 straight, and it's by playing basketball like that. Eaglet bench getting into it. Near steal by Trey. Now he does rip it, and it's a tie-up, and it doesn't matter. It's Eaglet basketball. Does it on both ends, doesn't he, Stick?
Yeah, and that's what I was just going to say with Orchard Lake St. Mary's. It's their defense that really leads to their offense being so successful because it's frustrating. You can't get it going on the other end, and then here, cross-court pass. Javon Hanna misses the rainbow three-pointer. Kapuska with the rebound. Finds Hanna again. Like, just great ball movement on that possession. And
sure was.
Paying off with the Jack Crichton masterful three.
Yep. Trey McKinney, right elbow jumper. You know it. Number 1 is special. And he's already in double digits. 14-8, St. Mary's by 6 in the final minute of the first quarter.
And that's that weak spot in the zone, that little baseline elbow or that little elbow jumper. That's going to be there all game if they continue to play zone.
Sherrod Barnes is checked in for St. Mary's as Ryan Hurst has it high in the right. The Eaglets on a 7-0 run. Paint pass stolen away by Kapuska. Here comes Trey on the run, feeling it. And Barnes will back it out, and Kareem will take over. Kareem coming off a 12-point to 10-assist game the other night against Bloomfield Hills. Sorry, Stick.
Oh, you're fine. And the game before that against Bloomfield Hills, he was the leading scorer with 21 points. So he can do it all. He just kind of reads the game and what it needs.
Yep. Corner Kapuska for 3, and the Polish Pistols done it again to end the quarter. In back-to-back games, Kapuska goes kaboom. And the Eaglets have a 9-point advantage to end the first.
And just get a nice look in the corner. And the guy's 6'7". It's going to be hard to block that shot, but he has really shown that range. I mean, he's got long arms, he's big, he's aggressive, putting St. Mary's up 9.
17-8 Eaglets. Let's head to the second quarter.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
St. Mary's by 9, and that guy right there, Bart Kapuska, a big part of that spurt at the end. He drains the 3, the senior from Krakow, Poland, really paying dividends late in the season.
Yeah, North Farmington that first quarter only shooting 33%. St. Mary's at 60%. That's kind of been the difference so far.
11 points for McKinney, 3 points for Crichton, and 3 for Kapuska. Meanwhile, North Farmington is led in scoring with 6 Ryan Hurst points. Welcome back to Renaissance High School, Region 7. The winner gets Hamtramck. H-Town is advanced. Kapuska swats for the steal, and Todd Covert doesn't like that. Aggressive defense, though, is always a good thing. And when you have 2 big men, it's kind of okay to use both guys.
Yeah, you just don't want to pick that up near the three-point line when you're a big man, you know? Big men, you want their fouls within 3 feet of the basket because that's when they're using their big physicality.
9-point bump, the largest of the game for St. Mary's. This is Landon Williams with a basketball. Landon Williams, a sophomore, promising kid, averages 7 points a game. He has it high in the left against Sherrod Barnes, a freshman. Sherrod is a tough kid to go against defensively. Crichton is too. There's a mid-post shot up, no. Sherrod with a rebound and a run out. Trey, hot potato pass to Kareem, down the avenue, kick out to Crichton, 4-3, Splash City. Eaglets by 12, this is their largest lead.
And you know, Kareem Rozier's running down the court with a big smile on his face, cheering like he just made the half-court shot, when really he just facilitated with his teammate. That's what you got to love about your senior point guard.
Beautiful ball movement, poetry in motion, unselfishness. This is a winning recipe.
And just look at the difference in the benches right now, too. St. Mary's bench clapping. They're in there. They're screaming. And North Farmington's just kind of wondering what's going on. How can they get control of this game?
A lot of teams have wondered that this year. Left corner, 3 on the way. Lamar Wells, splash. City, the 6'2 guard off the bench, breaks the St. Mary's 9-0 run, and it's back to a 9-point game.
And that's how you get back in the game. You make some shots. You know, basketball's a simple game.
It is. First triple make for North Farmington, who sets up their 2-3 zone. We saw Rob Murphy in the house, the general manager and the president of the Motor City Cruise. He knows that 2-3 zone. Kareem Rozier settles for a 3, and that pumps out. Here comes Hurst the other way. 6 points to lead it for the Raiders. The champions of the OAA. A team that St. Mary's bounced back in 2017, the last time these two teams played. Todd Covert 1-1 against the Raiders. There's a foul on Kapuska down low, and this might be a blessing for St. Mary's because this was an easy bucket for Rice, who had position.
Yeah, that's 2 fouls on Kapuska, so that's going to send him to the bench. But like you spoke about earlier, with the luxury of riches that St. Mary's has, bringing in a DC Temple isn't the worst case scenario.
No, 2 big men have had a chance to rest. Give each other a chance to rest.
And you're
Jack
doubling your
Crichton.
fouls.
That's right. Javon Hanna back in, DC Temple back in. 5-second call on the ball, and that's Landon Williams, the sophomore, frustrated by this St. Mary's defense.
Yeah, those are the turnovers that you absolutely hate. I'll take aggressive turnovers, right? Drive into the lane, it bounces off your foot, you're trying to make a pass, you're trying to make a play, but the simple 5-second counts, those are backbreakers.
Second turnover for the Raiders, who've been pretty good with the basketball thus far. Meanwhile, the Raiders will blitz the wings and Javon Hanna and try to get something going. Sherrod right point. Against a 2-3 zone, the Raiders have blitzed the corners. Sherrod doesn't make the 3. Hurst gets the rebound. Raiders on the run. Hurst down the avenue. Big body bends, missed it short. And a foul and a frustration fling a Sherrod Barnes to the floor. And it's going to cost North Farmington a foul on Rice.
Yeah, St. Mary's, I mean, they've been trying to break this zone defense by shooting 3s. They've had more luck when they've gotten into the lane or had the baseline cutter or somebody in the middle of the zone. So we'll see if they continue to shoot the 3s and let it rain, though. They're up 9, so you can't really hate on it.
No, sir. It's been a lead as big as a dozen. Javon Hanna, 19-footer. Count it. The future Bronco has really showed out in the playoff stick. He looks comfortable here tonight.
Yeah, and he had the 3-point shot, but he pump faked, shortened it up, made it a little bit easier on himself.
Gave up that 1 point for that 1 extra foot. And that's a travel, and this St. Mary's defense is sticky and stymy, and grimy.
And it's tough to believe that St. Mary's is led defensively by Sherrod Barnes. That kid, every time he plays, it's intense. He just bumps you with his chest. He never gets his hands. He's always in good position. An impressive freshman.
Yes, sir. St. Mary's held Rice to just 40 points in their 63-40 win. Meanwhile, North Farmington taking care of business against Livonia Stevenson, the West Falls alma mater, and something they don't feel good about. The game is now official. Jay Alexander, the athletic director of the Detroit Public School League, has now made his presence. Good to see you, sir. Thanks for coming. We want to thank our sponsors, including Blue Lion Fitness, for their hard work this season. They work hard every day. And Dan Roth and the fine folks at Blue Lion, located at 401 South Maple in Ann Arbor, doing great things. Check them out, BlueLionFitness.com. This is the official trainers of the Orchard Lake St. Mary's basketball team. Welcome back to Renaissance High School. Beautiful Renaissance High School. This is our fourth game here.
Fourth game this year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All time at Renaissance. We did the PSL championship last year.
Yep. And I really love this gym, especially during the daytime, how much sunlight gets in here, how high the ceilings are. It's a real deal gym experience.
Only an architect major could appreciate the architecture of this building. I know you love it.
They did a good job.
Yep. Kareem Rozier with a silly spin, but the pass is off the glass. And the Raiders are on the run. Kareem up to Javon, and Javon with a power finish. And the Eaglets rip it right back. They're plus 13. This is their largest lead.
And you're starting to see players slip a little bit. It is a little sticky in this gym, and obviously this is the second game, and it's been a full house for both games. We'll see if that plays any part down the road.
Jared Frazier back to Hurst. Ryan Hurst with a nice spin move. Floater no good. DC Temple with a rip-away rebound. And the future Central Michigan Chippewa footballer gives way to Barnes. Back to DC. Laying good. Fresh feed from the fresh man. And the Eaglets are up 15 against North Farmington.
And they are just playing on all levels right now, getting steals, getting out in transition, passing the ball. Team basketball is really on display right now for Orchard Lake St. Mary's. Nice dump down to DC. And I thought he was going to go up and slam it like Shaq, but nice and easy off the backboard.
Timeout on the floor. We'll keep it right here. Want to remind our friends about where this bracket remains as we take a look at the bracket and what's happened here. And you look at the top side of your screen, and UAD Jesuit lost to Hamtramck in the game before this. North Farmington and St. Mary's, the winner will take on Hamtramck for the regional title from Renaissance, Region 7.
That is going to be a good game. No matter who comes out of this one, that's going to be a great one. And, you know, looking at some of the stats right now for Orchard Lake St. Mary's, they're shooting 59% from the field. Conversely, only 30% for North Farmington. And then St. Mary's, 4 of 9 from downtown. North Farmington, only 1 of 5. And that's where you get your 15-point lead.
St. Mary's 60% shooting is a healthy number.
It's that extra pass.
Yep. So, the Raiders with it. We do have a final in the other region, the region that will meet this region. And De La Salle has knocked off Roseville. We'll get to that later. Meanwhile, we've got a bucket by Tyler Spratt, the sophomore lanky guard. And that breaks the St. Mary's 9-0 streak.
It was a nice cut by Jack Crichton.
Dangerous pass. And corners are not the friend of the team that's getting trapped.
No, you're pretty much running into 4 defenders when you get into that corner.
Yep. DC Temple backs it out. St. Mary's by 13. Crichton back out to Kareem, who's poked away and ripped. That's twice tonight he's had it ripped. Not something we see at number 3. Number 3, looking for back-to-back buckets. No good. Rebound, Crichton.
And I'm surprised to see St. Mary's slow it down when they have some transition opportunity, because this zone is causing some problems.
Todd Covert is upset at his team continuing to be invited to the corner and then taking the bait to the corner. That's just not something that's going to work.
It just looks so good. The shot could be there. And also he may be telling them, look, push. Do not give them an opportunity to set up in that zone defense.
No doubt. You take a look at the Eaglets and their 4 losses this year, both to Brother Rice and UAD, 2 apiece. Those problems are now gone. UAD loses in this region. St. Mary's took care of business and beat Brother Rice on Friday for their district title. And St. Mary's 18-4 now. Todd Covert in his 8th year. St. Mary's in search of their 5th state championship in basketball in school history. Their last was in 2000 under head coach George Porritt. And George Porritt is in his final year at Orchard Lake St. Mary's, his 35th as an athletic director and head coach. And Todd Covert would love nothing more than sending his mentor out on the hi-hat.
Yeah, Coach Porritt was walking around here earlier. I see him behind the St. Mary's bench.
Yep. Fadeaway mid-post jumper by Javon is short. Hurst on the run. Hurst is a Division I prospect. They thought they had Prince Jackson. Prince Jackson was set to play for North Farmington this year, the transfer from Farmington. But the MHSAA ruled in January that would not be happening. And he'll have to wait till next year. But Prince Jackson is a fine guard who will be a senior next year. Final minute and 15 seconds. And North Farmington finds some space in the paint. And a fine dish to Aaron Rice for the finish from Frazier.
Haven't seen this much. Jack Crichton running point right now.
Yeah, this is a little different look. Kareem is sitting, and evidently Todd Covert wants to get him back in there. He's at the scorer's table.
We can really tell it's tough for St. Mary's to initiate their offense right now.
Trey McKinney, floater in the paint is short, but the fabulous freshman, maybe the best since Chris Webber, they say, in the state of Michigan, will go line right. Grand Blanc with a 23-15 lead over Carman Ainsworth. That is a regional being played at Carman Ainsworth. We thank Jam Jan for the update. Jamie Janssen on stats alongside Pat Bush. My name's Chad Bush alongside Sam Stick Day. St. Mary's was very good from the free throw line back on Friday night against Brother Rice. Trey McKinney misses here as the Raiders substitute Rice out, Lee Hardy the second in.
So if you're North Farmington, before you get to halftime, if you can cut this to a 9-point game, a little under double digits, you're feeling pretty good about your chances that you can climb that ladder in the second half.
Down a dozen now. The Raiders need to make some money on this trip. Spratt with it. To Hurst. Pull up. 15-footer. The bank is open in Detroit. After hours on a Monday, and it's back to a 10-point game.
And that's where he's so dangerous. Like we were talking earlier, he can get his shot from anywhere. He's had the pull up and that a nice bank shot. Like you always say, Tim Duncan would be proud.
8 points for Ryan Hurst to lead the way. 5 seconds left until halftime. St. Mary's by 10. 1 second. Kareem doesn't recognize. Fadeaway three at the buzzer is no good. Low scoring first half. But St. Mary's is up by double digits. Looking to advance to take on Hamtramck on Wednesday night. We'll come on back and break it down from Rennie right after this.
What I could tell right off the start was that they were really about the player, and I just got out of high school, so I was using BB Corbats for the past 3 or 4 years. When y'all came to me, took my advice, trying to figure out what we wanted, what I learned in high school about bats, and what I wish I had, it's really cool to be a part of. I can't remember the last time that I hit balls that far with a BB Corbat or as hard. Definitely the best BB Corbat I've ever swung in my life. And I've swung plenty of BB Corbats. The numbers can prove it too, because the numbers that I was getting on my exit velos and the distance, I really didn't get close to that in some of the other BB Corbats. Yeah, just overall, it's been really fun. Know that you were a part of it and that a lot of kids are going to love to use it. Yeah, super excited.
Orchard Lake St. Mary's in the lead at the break by 10, 27-17 over North Farmington. This is Region 7 here at Renaissance High School. Welcome back. My name is Chad Bush. Sam Stick Day on color commentary. Alex Westfall, your executive producer. Thanks for watching. First half numbers stick, and you look at St. Mary's. They get 12 from Trey McKinney. North Farmington gets 8 from Ryan Hurst. They're the leading scorers. What else stood out to you in the numbers?
Really, for Orchard Lake St. Mary's, the shooting percentage, shooting 52% in that first half, but that was down from what they were shooting in the first quarter, which was 60%. So you're starting to see the Hamtramck zone wear a little bit on Orchard Lake St. Mary's. You saw Todd Covert at the end of the half being frustrated that they weren't able to move it. You expect Kareem Rozier or a couple different plays to run against that zone coming out in the second half. And for North Farmington, Ryan Hurst, he's the man, the myth, the legend. He's got to be everything for them, unfortunately, to come back in this second half. He has the skill set to do it. He's just got to start using his big frame a little more. Maybe get St. Mary's into foul trouble, which we've seen them get into in the past. That's one of their little Achilles heels. So if they can do that, North Farmington can get back in this game and score with the clock stopped.
Yeah, St. Mary's has gotten some help from Jack Crichton, who has 6 to go along with 3 rebounds. He leads in boards. And 4 points from Javon Hanna, 2 points for DC Temple, and 3 for Bart Kapuska. No points for Kareem Rozier or Sherrod Barnes, despite playing. St. Mary's with 6 assists against just 2 turnovers in this game. And that's something we shouldn't overlook, especially against a zone that St. Mary's hasn't seen a ton of. They responded quite well against the zone, I thought, in this game so far, Stick.
Yeah, they did okay against it. A lot of St. Mary's run-outs and fast break points got them those easy buckets. But against the zone, they struggled a little bit. They tried to shoot threes early on, but then they started sending some flashers and some cutters to the rim. Got a little bit better, but you mentioned it earlier. If they keep getting caught in the corner, that zone's going to be a nightmare.
Yep, the zone busters the 3, and St. Mary's has knocked down 4 triples in 10 tries. And they have 2 triples from Jack Crichton. So we start the second half. The winner plays on Wednesday night for the regional title against Hamtramck. H-Town gets the win. They now have won their 20th game of the year behind Robert Davis Jr.'s. What do you have?
24.
24 points, his season average in that game, and he also collected his 1,000th career point. Congratulations to DJ Foster, the head coach of Hamtramck, and the Cosmos, the winners of the Metro Conference. St. Mary's basketball to start the second half. Eaglets trying to win this regional. Trey McKinney is mugged at the right elbow, and that's how we start the second half.
But
8
there you
seconds
go.
in.
You see St. Mary's trying to attack the middle of the zone. We talk about it all the time. Right at that free throw line is where you want to be against this 2-3 zone because there's some space there. They got a little aggressive.
Crichton out of the double team, passes to Javon. Left point to Trey. Trey being crashed by Landon Williams. North Farmington defends the 3-corner. Javon no good, and the rebound pulled off by Spratt. Here come the Raiders. And Hurst has it knocked away from the trailer, Trey McKinney.
Yeah, Hurst tried to go behind his back there. Trey McKinney just kind of running by, kicked it out of bounds.
Got to get him on the soccer pitch.
I guarantee any sport you put Trey McKinney in, he's going to excel.
Don't say that too loud. Coach Keith might hear him, the soccer coach.
I think he'd have a rough time convincing Covert.
No doubt. North Farmington against man-to-man. The Raiders, the winners of the OAA Red. Dump pass, right block. Blocked from behind by Javon after Rice got position on him. The 6'5 senior had it swatted by number 4.
Yeah, that was good reactionary defense. He got beat on the initial take, and then he was able to recover from behind without the foul, too. That's tough to go over someone's back and get that block.
Yep. Trouble triggering again as Williams finally gets it in. Hurst in the paint, powers his way up, scores it in a foul. The big body bends in full effect just a minute into the second half.
But that's kind of what we were talking about. That needs to happen for North Farmington. Not only are they getting into the paint, forcing the action and scoring with the clock stopped. Now a chance to cut it to what, a 7-point game?
Yeah, Hurst a triple threat scorer all the way. 23-point average, 6 rebounds and 2 assists to go with it. And he's got the Raiders within a touchdown in Detroit.
And with a made free throw, North Farmington can get back and set up their zone.
Yep. 11 now for Ryan Hurst. St. Mary's around this 1-2-2 zone. A trapping zone it is. Kareem observes. Got to be patient here. Trey not very patient. That's a 3. It's an air biscuit. Rebound picked up by Spratt. Hurst cross-court pass. In the corner. Frazier wanted nothing to do with it. More of a facilitator.
Yeah, there's been a couple times in this game where Frazier's had the open shot. He's just elected to give it up.
St. Mary's screaming for a 5-second call. Aggressive man-to-man. Pull up, short corner shot is blocked from behind by Crichton, who has a knack for blocking shots from behind, and he does it again here.
I mean, if he would have gotten that shot off, that would have been miraculous. That was against 3 St. Mary's defenders, in front, on the side, and from behind.
Great conversion on that baseline. Now Crichton will check Hurst. This is a tough check for Crichton, but he's been up to the challenge most of the year against the top scorer. There's another block from behind. That's out of bounds.
They called a foul.
Oh, they called a foul, and they called it late. And we'll get another look at this, but I don't know.
If anything, it's a jump ball, right?
Well, we'll see it again. As Hurst will go line right. I could tell if he got it from behind or not. We'll take another look.
He had all ball, but he may have got him down low as well with the body.
That's right. Hurst misses the first. This is a good free throw shooter. Here's the look. Thank you, Art. And the come from behind right here. Good look, guys. Thank you. Hurst misses them both, but it's a reset and a tap back, and Hurst will restart it.
The old Rasheed Wallace ball don't lie.
Dead spot right for 3. Splash City. That's Tyler Spratt, and it forces a timeout. And don't look now, but North Farmington is on a 6-0 run.
And it looks like we're either getting a double foul called on this, on Trey McKinney.
Yep.
And somebody from North Farmington. So that was during the shot. So the shot counts, but a double foul. And this is what we talked about. St. Mary's already with 3 team fouls. They've been sending North Farmington to the line. And now here's North Farmington setting up their trap in their zone once again.
That's the 3rd foul on whoever that foul was on for North Farmington. Jack Crichton back to Javon. The zone has been working for North Farmington. St. Mary's has been stymied a bit here in the half court.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to do this.
Javon to the hole, and it pinballs out, but the point was made. Attack the 10. Javon found the hole.
That's what I was just going to say, and then he started doing it, but they really got to find a way to get into the paint. St. Mary's has just been, settling really on the perimeter, throwing the ball around, not really driving, forcing contact. And there, you missed the shot, but you get free throws.
Yeah, it's a sensitive thing, finding that gap in the zone. But the Eaglets have yet to get in transition credit North Farmington. Free throw missed by Javon. Exit of the game for Aaron Rice. Into the game comes Lee Hardy the second, the 6'6" junior. Bucket is good. The free throw's good. It's a 5-point game.
And if you're North Farmington, you're feeling pretty good about the way this game is going right now. You just got to eliminate St. Mary's from having one of those spurts.
Great play by Hurst to get it off and somehow find the hot hand. Tyler Spratt goes splash, and it's a 2-point game. St. Mary's once led by 15 points. Javon Hanna is tied up, and it's North Farmington basketball. Just a 2-point lead, and the run in this second half has been admirable for the Raiders.
And we saw this earlier in the season with Orchard Lake St. Mary's. They would get out to big leads and somehow let the other team back in them. It cost them a couple times. You thought they were over that, but
Yep.
it's showing its ugly head right now in the state playoffs.
Controlled most of the game against Rice after the 3-4 minute mark and never looked back, but this is a look back moment now, and what a rally.
Got Hurst being guarded by Kareem Rozier. That may be a mismatch they want to exploit.
Yep. Crossover kick out, Frazier with it. 3 ball on the way, Splash City, a long deuce. We're tied at 28. The comeback is complete. And how about it? The Raiders on an 11-1 run to start the second half. They've tied it at 28.
And that's exactly the recipe that you called for. Nice little pull-up jumper by Hurst there. Kareem Rozier looking for a foul on the screen, but it is not called, and he knocks down the jumper.
St. Mary's looking for their first field goal. They just have a free throw in the first half of the third quarter. So this has been an admirable job by North Farmington. You're right, their zone has been a problem. And also, it's funny what a made shot does. It doesn't allow that other team to get out in transition.
It's huge. it's absolutely huge, especially when you are trying to slow the game down and make a team like St. Mary's work. And, you know, we talked about it. St. Mary's has to find a way to get the ball into the paint to break that zone. Otherwise, North Farmington's going to be fine pressing them beyond the three-point line.
Yep. So the winner gets Hamtramck and the Cosmos. The loser's done. And the season's over despite their 18 wins. Todd Negocian, you get a look, 11th year head coach. His father, Tom, was a coach at St. Mary's College. And Todd, very familiar and fond of the St. Mary's history. His dad, Tom, is here tonight. Got a chance to talk with him during the holiday extravaganza we did at North Farmington. Sherrod Barnes for 3. And for the first field goal for St. Mary's in the second half, it's not happening there. Hurst with a double dribble, no call. Shot is short, out of bounds, back to St. Mary's.
St. Mary's dodged a bullet there because you're right, that was a no call. But usually when there's a no call like that, those go in.
Yep. Tom Negocian was a assistant coach under Tim Domke, a longtime West Bloomfield head basketball coach who passed away a year or two ago. I apologize, but Tim Domke was a good man and a great basketball coach as well. And Jack Crichton from Kego Harbor drills it and breaks that second half seal. St. Mary's +3.
That was a big shot, but once again, St. Mary's not able to get the ball into the paint. They got to figure that out.
Yep. That's into the paint. Missed shot. Blocked the second time. Third time is a foul. And a frustration showing from Lee Hardy II, the junior 6'6" big man, who goes line right now.
You got to like the extra effort, though. Missed it, one rebound, another rebound. I mean, that's fighting for it right now. You can tell all the momentum's on North Farmington's side right now, the energy and everything.
That's right. An 11-4 start to the second half. Make it a 13-4 start to the second half. And that's the explosive Tyler Spratt, who's done it from outside and now inside.
Yeah, he's had a nice third quarter so far.
St. Mary's by 1. They once led by 15 in this game. North Farmington looking for their first lead. Kareem to set it up. Around a screen, corner, Barnes for 3, Splash City. The Eaglets with back-to-back possessions with a long liner, and they're back +4.
And that's what's going to have to continue to happen if they're willing to settle for those threes. My goodness.
Hurst cans one from in front of his coach, and the 26-footers continue to be a theme in this ball game. 1 point lead for St. Mary's. High post pass is tipped and stolen away. Hurst on the run, feeling it. Raider fans are ready to bring the house down. The number one team in the state on the ropes as we enter the final 90 seconds of the third quarter. Kareem Rozier with a steal, a rip, a drive, and a dump to DC with a lay-in.
Wow, what an incredible play defensively, and then the around the back to keep it alive on the baseline or on the sideline, then the dump off to DC. Incredible play.
Winning play. That's by a Mr. Basketball candidate, Kareem Rozier, number 3, headed to Duquesne. The story of the third has been number 3 for North Farmington. And Tyler Spratt has tied this game at 36.
And you were wondering who was going to join Ryan Hurst in the scoring party. And Tyler Spratt said, no, this may even be my party.
13 points for Spratt. St. Mary's with it, 40 seconds left, tie game. The Eaglets in a peculiar position.
And honestly, no matter how this quarter ends, North Farmington did what they needed to do in this third quarter.
No question. They have won this quarter by 10 points thus far. Kareem Rozier trying to break this tie. 15 seconds left. The point guard.
Probably going to kick in about 7 seconds. There we go.
And we get a foul. North Farmington had 1 to give. Or a timeout. What do we have?
It was a foul.
Okay.
On the floor, though. Smart play by Kareem Rozier, though. Almost got the shot up while he was getting fouled. That would have been a very heady play. But now St. Mary's, 6 seconds left. You would assume maybe send a quick pick and roll, something like that, dish to the corner for a three-pointer. So I'd watch out for a Javon Hanna or a Jack Crichton on this series.
6 seconds left. Kareem around a Trey McKinney screen. Out to Crichton for 3 at the buzzer. Bullseye! 39-36. The Eaglets, behind a Jack Crichton 6-point quarter, will hold on to the lead by the skin of just 3 points.
My goodness, what a big shot to end the third quarter. And that's 2 big threes that St. Mary's has had to end quarters in this game. And those 6 points are coming in handy.
Kapuska to end the first. And this lay-in here by Temple, coupled by the 3-pointers by Tyler Spratt. 13 points in this game. But the Eaglets get the final bucket here on the setup from Kareem to Deuce, headed to Ann Arbor. That's Jack Crichton. We're back after this.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
We are the Prep via NFHS. Thank you to John Ross and Stefan Lawler and the fine folks. Also want to say thanks for watching. We appreciate it. St. Mary's with the basketball. There's a turnover there, and Hurst comes away with it. What a quarter for the Raiders, 4 of 5 from downtown. Hurst tries to add to it, missed it there. Nice box out. Javon on the run, 1 on 3, lays it up, scores it, and a foul in traffic. Javon Hanna with a little jump and a spurt and a strong finish.
And St. Mary's needs to continue to do that in this fourth quarter. Every missed shot, push, and try, because we've seen it. Once North Farmington gets set up in that zone, they are tough to beat. So quick, easy points for St. Mary's is how they can win this game.
Javon just continues to be so agile in the air, leaves his feet, and is able to finish. The free throws, he was not able to finish there. St. Mary's by 5. Raiders erased a 10-point St. Mary's lead and tied the game before the Eaglets would hit a 3 to end the third to go +3. Pull-up, 17-footer, rims off. Great box out by Jack. And here come the Eaglets +5. On the run, Javon, corner three, long. DC off his toe, out of bounds. That was a missed opportunity for a reset. After great hustle, 1 minute gone by, St. Mary's by 5 in the final quarter.
But you don't mind that shot if you're Orchard Lake St. Mary's. That's better than you're going to see against its own. So once again, just keep taking those early shots.
12 points for Jack Crichton, 12 points for Trey McKinney to lead the way.
And here's been the hero of the third quarter, Tyler Spratt.
3 triples in that quarter for Spratt. And 11 points in the quarter. He has 13 overall. He has shown up well tonight. Tough non-catch for Lamar Wells. St. Mary's sticky man-to-man defense continues.
Yeah, they're trying to get the ball to Ryan Hurst. Just not happening.
The winner gets Hamtramck. They took out UAD by double digits in the game before us. Hurst takes on 2 defenders. Kareem Rozier gets a near steal. St. Mary's gets a timeout. And that, my friends, is all around good team play, especially by Todd Covert to get the timely timeout in front of him.
Yeah, but that doesn't come without the max out effort by Kareem Rozier. We've seen him make a couple spectacular plays here in the second half, but this is it. You get on the ground, you keep it in bounds, and then you recover it so your coach can get the timeout. Kareem Rozier, you cannot speak highly enough about him, and that's why he's up for Mr. Basketball.
That's right, grit, and he's led the way, the emotional leader of this club, a 4-year starter for Todd Covert. We want to tell you about Blue Lion Fitness in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Doing a great job. Go find them, professional training at 401 South Maple in Ann Arbor, 734-929-5268. The official fitness facility of Orchard Lake St. Mary's. 6:06 left, partner, fourth quarter. This is money time right now. What do you see North Farmington trying to do to get themselves back in front here?
I mean, they really just got to continue to do what they have been doing, trying to shut Orchard Lake St. Mary's down from getting into the paint. But really what paid off in that third quarter for them was hitting threes, so they got to continue to knock down those three-pointers.
All right, St. Mary's basketball. We got an update. Grand Blanc leads Carman Ainsworth 50-49 in the fourth quarter. R.J. Taylor has taken over again. Javon Hanna for 3, no. Offensive rebound, Trey McKinney, and it's blocked out of bounds by Lee Hardy II.
You're wondering for Orchard Lake St. Mary's when Trey McKinney's going to get going again. He started out the game pretty hot, but he's been quiet since that first quarter.
Scoreless, I believe. Just the one free throw, maybe. That's a good observation.
But he's the guy that should be flashing in the middle of that zone because he's got all the tools to hit that mid-range, to drive, and be big.
Triple threat. That's right, that elbow. Or Farmington going to switch it up, though. Perhaps showing some different looks. Kareem going to survey it, see what they do. Will they extend that 2-3 zone?
Going back to 1903 basketball, 4-minute possessions on each side.
Yep.
It's one of the things, if you ever visit Orchard Lake St. Mary's, they have their trophy section. And if you look at the old basketball scores, it's like 5-3, 2-1. It's like, what were they doing during those games?
Yep. St. Mary's a long history. 4 state titles.
I mean, are we really just going to run the clock out?
Todd Negocian looking over at Todd Covert, saying the same thing, maybe.
I would love for them to just turn at each other and have a stare down.
Look at Todd Negocian, the head coach for North Farmington.
He's saying, let's talk. Negocian's saying they're talking.
That's the other Todd. That's Todd Covert.
Have you ever seen this?
This happens. There's a shot clock. Ironically, the shot clock in the holiday extravaganza. Remember the shot clock they experimented with, ironically enough, in Todd Negocian's own gym.
Yeah.
And Todd saying, wait a minute, can we bring that back? St. Mary's just happy dribbling this thing out for now.
And you know what? If you're North Farmington, 5 points isn't an insurmountable lead, so you're okay taking it down to, 2 minutes and it being a 5-point game?
Sure. And if North Farmington just wants to sit back and let it run.
Yeah, and if you're St. Mary's, you don't mind that either. So this is really an interesting stalemate that's going on right now. This is coaching, Chad. This is coaching.
It is. And they're just going to be fine doing it.
Oh, this is fantastic and awful.
Yep. They're going to force North Farmington to make a move. And Todd Negocian says there's no move to make. 3:30 left.
I love the look on Negocian's face. He's just looking up at the clock. Little smirk going on.
Yep. Both coaches talking to their assistants.
Yep. Like, hey, how long you want to do this for? Like, this is literally a game of chicken that we're watching right now.
Yeah.
Todd Covert's like, come over here. Kareem's just going to dribble over there, so you guys move around a little bit.
Well, we've been playing the keep-away game for about 2 minutes now. And we're down to 3 minutes. And the St. Mary's crowd's getting anxious.
The whole gym's getting anxious. I'm getting anxious.
Take it easy. Art Smith is
Art Smith's always anxious.
Okay, well, I'm just learning this. I'm usually about a mile from him.
Look at the fans, don't even know what to do. Look at Kareem just slowly sidestepping. Oh my goodness.
Well, now they're going to make a move.
Here we go.
So here comes the move. 2.5 minute mark. Todd Negocian's. St. Mary's is just going to play keep away. Now fouls. The next foul by North Farmington gives St. Mary's free throws. Cross court to Crichton. Kick out to DC, and St. Mary's will play keep away still. Javon, the attack, the shot up, no. Ball loose, DC sticks it back, can't score it. And North Farmington comes out clean.
And a foul. So after all said and done, North Farmington gets the stop. They get the possession that they needed, and whoever won that possession, that was a really big moment in this game, because if St. Mary's scores a bucket there, they're up 7, right?
Yep.
That was a big moment in this game, not getting to be able to convert.
Well, it might also take some confidence away from your offense, but it's 4 fouls, by the way, on Javon Hanna. That should be noted. That was his 4th. That's a big one. Here we go. 5-point game. Ryan Hurst with it.
He wants to shoot.
Right point backs it out. Now Landon Williams. 90 seconds left. North Farmington knows their possessions could be limited. Ryan Hurst double teamed. Picked up his dribble. Stolen away, DC Temple. Frazier on the floor, and possession arrow points to North Farmington. So that's one there that could have gone either way.
Well, DC Temple had the rebound. He just couldn't secure it, so ends up going back to North Farmington. But, man, 2 possessions in this 4th quarter. This has been nuts.
It sure has. Negocian's going to go to his bench, and Lee Hardy checks out. Back in is the starter, Aaron Rice, who returns to the lineup.
And Lee Hardy really hasn't shown up on the score sheet, but he's done a lot of good things being the big man down low, especially in that zone.
He's kept some balls alive, no doubt. Hardy was on the varsity last year, but just not a lot of minutes. He was part of that 5-quarter rule, so he did play JV and varsity. Ball out of bounds, baseline right, all the way into the backcourt to Frazier. 80 seconds left in this game. The winner gets Hamtramck. Left corner, 3 on the way long, and an offensive rebound by North Farmington. Back out to Williams for 3, air ball. Offensive rebound and a steal by Crichton. And here come the Eaglets with 60 seconds left in this game, up by 5. And Crichton is fouled at midcourt.
That was a no doubt about it foul, too.
And I'm not sure that's the guy you wanted to foul.
Well, it's going to send Jack Crichton to the line, and this is where, I don't mind wasting 2 minutes laying back on defense, but really what you did is you put your team in a really tough situation without converting on that, even though they got multiple rebounds, multiple looks at the basket. Oof, man, that was a risk, taking off that much time.
1-and-1, Jack misses the free throw. St. Mary's is 4 of 8 5-point game. Hurst from way downtown, no. Offensive rebound and a firm foul by DC Temple.
And that was a little get back for the firm foul on Jack Crichton.
That was firm. And we'll get a look again at that play.
Yeah, DC just kind of shoves him with the left hand here. That is a little tough.
Well, let's say if there was replay in high school basketball, there could be trouble for the Eaglets. Certainly unintentional, but DC got him in the chops, and he did miss.
But that was the same player who took some liberties with Jack Crichton, and these are teammates. They've been together through the regular season, and listen, you never love to see anything physical come out of this, but you can understand it sometimes when you're protecting a teammate.
It was something that Art Smith sees on Saturday nights in UFC quite a bit. Free throw is good. It's a 4-point game, 41-37. There's been so much of this game taken away by no play that this quarter in this game is almost over. DC Temple out, Bart Kapuska back in.
And there hasn't been a lot of rhythm. What's interesting is a lot of the fans are starting to head to the doors, and it's only a 4-point game, and there's a lot of time left. 3-point game now. So it's a one-possession game, 47 seconds left.
17 points now to lead the way for Tyler Spratt. 41-38. We're under a minute left. This is prime time right now. This is what championships are made for. 3-point game, partner.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say about this fourth quarter. A very odd fourth quarter, but give credit to North Farmington. You made it so there was no rhythm to this fourth quarter. Yeah. And a team like St. Mary's is kind of built on rhythm, and they've broken that.
St. Mary's led by 15 in this game in the second quarter. That's as big as their lead would get. North Farmington has never led. The Eaglets would lead by 10 at halftime, but that lead would be evaporated because North Farmington would tie the game at the end of the third, or check that, St. Mary's would break the tie and shoot a three and go +3 into the fourth.
How big is that three now?
It's looming large. It's been the difference in the game. Jack Crichton with 12 points, Trey McKinney with 12 points to lead St. Mary's.
Yeah, but Trey McKinney had 11 in the first half. He's only scored 1 point here in the second half.
Yep.
North Farmington's done what they needed to do, right? Now can they finish it off against the #1 team in the state?
They'll be looking to force a turnover here. St. Mary's, who's played keep away for about 2 to 3 minutes in this fourth quarter, has the ball, a 3-point lead, and has to go full court against this North Farmington full court press. And a foul immediately. They'll send Jack Crichton back to the line to shoot. This will be a 1-and-1 for Crichton.
Yeah, I would have preferred, if I'm North Farmington, to at least try to go for a steal, see if you can force some action, a tip ball, something like that. But they went for the immediate foul. Jack just missed his first one, so maybe they're relying on him to miss the second.
DC Temple in for Bart Kapuska. The Raiders with 2 wins this year over Clarkston. They knocked off Detroit Loyola. They lost to Ferndale. They lost to Oak Park, and they lost to Williamston. We called that Williamston game. Jack knocks down the first. And the second. Jack the high scorer with 14 points for St. Mary's. Hurst in the backcourt. 5-point Eaglet lead. 40 seconds left.
Yeah, you got to watch out for Spratt.
Spratt and Hurst. Hurst, a forced up three is short. Ball underneath is picked up, and the bucket's good. And Javon Hanna's lucky he didn't get his 5th foul there after the offensive rebound. 43-40. North Farmington has cut it to 2.
Yeah, if that's not a made bucket, that's probably a foul on Javon Hanna. But it's one of those the officials waited to see what the result was before they called it.
So let's get you caught up on what's gone down here. St. Mary's led after 1 quarter of play, 17-8, a 9-point lead into the second. The Eaglets would take a 10-point lead into halftime, but it was North Farmington winning the third, 19-12, a 19-point quarter, and most of it was behind Mr. Spratt. Spratt has been the difference in the game. He is 19 points in the contest, and part of the hot three-point shooting for the Raiders in the second half. Meanwhile, St. Mary's has been led by Crichton's 14. Trey McKinney has a dozen, but 11 of the 12 were in the first half. In fact, the first quarter. So here we go. 27.4 seconds left. St. Mary's basketball. They'll have to go full court against a Raider press. 8 fouls for the Raiders, 6 for St. Mary's. 1-1 coming up for St. Mary's after the foul from the Raiders. And there it is. And they'll send Trey McKinney line left. The foul is on number 10. That's Landon Williams.
So that means Rozier is going to go to the line.
Third on Williams. And Kareem Rozier, whose numbers tonight have not really been gaudy, but he's made some winning plays. He'll have a chance to make a difference here, Stick.
Yeah, I go back to the play where he had the strip steal down here on the sideline, was able to turn it behind his back, drop it off to DC Temple. That, to me, that was the play of the game. Then you also had one where Kareem Rozier dove on the ground right in front of the half-court scorer's table over there and was able to save the possession. Now, I think the officials are discussing, since this was before the inbound pass, is that an intentional foul? Because they weren't able to get the ball in. And I think that's what the official is going to say right now. Nope. Okay. It's a 1-1.
Kareem looking for his first points tonight. He has gone scoreless to this point. He has 4 assists, and he drains the first. And that's a big one. It stretches it to 2 possessions. So no field goals and no points for Kareem Rozier until this one, and that's a big one. Missed it. 4-point game, 25 seconds left. Here come the Raiders on the push. Quickly ahead. Spratt, 4-3, long, and a tussle on the rebound. It's going to go on St. Mary's, and this will be free throws coming up for North Farmington.
That's a tough foul on Bart Kaputska right there. He had the position. St. Mary's dodged a bullet with Spratt missing that three-pointer. You could tell as soon as he got down the court, he wanted to shoot that. I mean, he made it in the third quarter. Why not try it?
Aaron Rice, this is a 1-1, and he makes the first. Now, part of that is St. Mary's didn't allow a guy to shoot a 3. The most they can get here is 2. And this is a big man shooting his second shot, so maybe a win in that route, but
you got to secure the rebound if he misses, though. Otherwise, it's an absolute loss.
No doubt. Shot is good. 2-point game. St. Mary's inbounds with 18 seconds left. The winner gets Hamtramck on Wednesday night. Jack Crichton had it knocked away by Frazier on the baseline. And North Farmington is buzzing right now. Todd Covert wants to talk it over.
It's a 2-point game. I mean, any steal could result in a game-winning shot. Yeah, and St. Mary's dodged a bullet right there.
Aggressive play by Frazier as you look at Todd Covert in his 8th year. So, 2-point game. Obviously, you want to go for the steal, right, Stick, if you're North Farmington?
Yeah, you have to.
It's a double bonus situation, so St. Mary's will have 2 free throws no matter what here. So, 2 free throws coming up. The Eaglets will have to inbounds and get a clean inbounds to start, and then you have some options from there.
But because they missed their back end of their 1-1 the last time, it's down to a 2-point game. So they got to make both free throws now. Otherwise, even if you split again, it's still a 1-possession game, and North Farmington's got you right where they want. They've shown they can make those 3-pointers.
The Eaglets have won 7 in a row. They're trying to win their 8th straight game. They have not lost since losing to UAD Jesuit back in the final game of the regular season in the Catholic League. St. Mary's would go on to knock off Detroit University Prep, Divine Child, UAD. They'd win the Catholic League tournament by knocking off Catholic Central. They'd win the city by knocking off the PSL champion Martin Luther King. They knocked off Bloomfield Hills and Brother Rice in the district, and here they are in the regional, up by 2, with just 15 seconds left in a game they once led by 15 in the first half. We've got a clock issue, I believe. It allows Todd Negocian to coach up this press defense. Oh, delay game warning.
On North Farmington?
Yep. So here we go. 15 seconds left. Crichton to inbound, and we've got a 5-second call. No, a timeout.
Timeout by Todd Covert.
Covert with a timeout.
My goodness.
He has none left. There are no timeouts left for anybody. And this thing's tight. Hey, look, you have to give credit to Todd Negoshian in his 11th year and what North Farmington's been able to do in this game, completely turn it around.
Well, I'm just laughing because 2 minutes, 3 minutes of the game was just sat there dribbling the ball, but this last minute of the game is going to take 25 minutes because of that.
That's right. We had a running clock for quite some time.
Yeah.
I want to thank our fine crew for making this broadcast possible. A double dipper for this crew is nothing. And they have not blinked all season long. A fabulous crew, captained by Alex Westfall.
And Adam Westfall, he's a good guy.
Well, Adam's good too, but Alex is the best. Evan Westfall on graphics, Art Smith on audio and on replay. Fish is also supportive tonight on camera and on audio. Rob Sarna on camera 1, Kyle Buchanan on camera 2, and the Schwarzenegger on camera 3. Jamie Janssen on statistics, doing a fine job, also giving us some nice scores. And Pat the Stat doing some work as well on our stat crew. James Ferris is your creative director, also doing fine work. My partner is Sam Stick Day, and we've got a foul after the inbounds partner.
Yeah, and once again, I don't think they had to follow immediately there. You had Kareem Rozier pinned in the corner. Use your hands a little bit, slap at the ball. If you get the foul, it's going to happen, right? So at least give yourself a chance to get a turnover.
Yep. Rozier split the pair last time. And a chance now to move this to a 2-possession game if he can make twice.
Yeah, these are massive free throws.
Splashes the first. St. Mary's by 3, 45-42. 14 seconds left, and the future Duquesne point guard for Keith Dambrot stands at the line with a chance to really help this ball game get secured by the Eaglets. Frazier out. North Farmington will check in. Dwayne Ray Jr., a 5'8 junior guard. One more for Rozier to push it to 4. Got it. 4-point lead for St. Mary's. North Farmington to hustle.
If I'm St. Mary's, I'm pressing a little just to wind off some more time.
Hurst goes for the 2-point shot. It's short. Puts it back up and good. That's Tyler Spratt with 3 seconds left. And the buzzer sounds 46-44. Orchard Lake St. Mary's advances. Not without a fight from North Farmington, but the Eaglets are headed to the Wednesday night championship to take on Hamtramck.
And, you know, I know we talk about the shot clock rule being changed in high school. One of the other rules I'd love to see changed in high school basketball is under 2 minutes after a made basket, the clock stops. Because as much as, like, this game was fun to watch, North Farmington should have had the ball left with 3 seconds, right? Down 2. It should have happened that way. But unfortunately, those are the rules. The clock keeps running after a made basket, and the ball just rolled out to half court and rolled out the end of the game.
Yep. Time runs out on North Farmington. It was an outstanding season for Todd Negoshian and the Raiders as they finished the season with a final record of 18 wins against 5 defeats. St. Mary's advances to Wednesday to take on Hamtramck. Wasn't without a fight. The Eaglets have now won 8 in a row, and Fish's Raiders are gone from this tournament. We're back in a moment to Renaissance High School to close this thing up and put a bow on the show. We are the Prep. Thanks for watching on NFHS.
What I could tell right off the start was that they were really about the player. And I just got out of high school, so I was using BB Core bats for the past 3 or 4 years. When y'all came to me, like, took my advice, trying to figure out, like, what we wanted, what I learned in high school about bats, and what I wish I had, it's, like, really cool to be a part of. I can't remember the last time that I hit balls that far with a BB Core bat or as hard. definitely the best BB Corp bat I've ever swung in my life. And I've swung plenty of BB Corp bats. The numbers can prove it too, because the numbers that I was getting on my exit velos and the distance, I really didn't get close to that in some of the other BB Corp bats. Yeah, just overall, it's been really fun. Know that you were a part of it and that a lot of kids are going to love to use it. Yeah, super excited.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start?
Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate.
All right, this is Adam, take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
So the regional final is all set. Orchard Lake St. Mary's will move on, not without a fight, but they move on after advancing here tonight, and will take on Hamtramck to set up, well, two teams that are familiar with each other. They played last year in Orchard Lake with St. Mary's beating Hamtramck. Hamtramck obviously a different team with Robert Davis Jr. added this year. We'll get more into that later, but hey, look, tip of the cap to North Farmington, an outstanding season, 18 wins, 5 defeats. And they took the top team in the state of Michigan to the wire and lose by 2 points in a proud season for Todd Negocian.
Yeah, very proud in how they competed. I mean, they were just one big shot away from winning this game. And, I mean, what a strange fourth quarter we just witnessed, especially with the dribbling out the clock for almost 3 minutes. And then the last couple minutes of the game, you know, free throw shooting contest, both teams playing hard. I like that the officials let both teams play at the end there. They let the guys on the floor decide it. But, man, what an interesting game for Orchard Lake St. Mary's. I don't think we've seen this all year for them. Jack Crichton leading the entire team in scoring.
Yeah, Crichton finishes with 14 points, all on the three-pointer. All of his field goals on the three-pointer. He knocked home 2 of 3 from the free throw line. 12 points for Trey McKinney. All but one of those was in the first half. 7 points in the game for Javon Hanna. 4 points for D.C. Temple. 3 points for Bart Kapuska. And 3 points for Kareem Rozier. 3 points for Sherrod Barnes. Just an odd game seeing Kareem. He did do other things, of course. 4 assists to lead the way for Orchard Lake. They get 9 assists and 6 turnovers. North Farmington just 2 assists in this game. They had the 3-ball going, but that was about it.
Yeah, between Ryan Hurst and Tyler Spratt, I mean, those two put up 37 points between the two of them. And outside of that, you know, you really only have 7 points scored by the rest of your team. So it's tough to beat a team like Orchard Lake St. Mary's. But at least they had the Batman-Robin duo attacking, and that's how they were able to come close.
North Farmington had a zone that threw St. Mary's a bit off, and it would jolt the Eaglets, who led by 10 at the break. And they would be up just 3 at the end of the third.
Lights out, Chad.
And the lights are going out. That means it's time for us to go home. Thanks so much for watching. Join us on Wednesday night. Thanks to our fine crew, captained by Alex Westfall. My name's Chad Bush. His name is Sam Stick Day. Thanks for watching. We appreciate our friends at NFHS for making this broadcast possible, and John Ross, the MHSAA. St. Mary's advances. Hamtramck advances. We'll talk to you on Wednesday night from Rennie. So long.